Hi everyone, welcome to another lesson. This is a recorded lesson. Was recommended by all the parents. And this is a poem comprehension taken from the book from 11 plus Help to Success comprehension papers. I have also put the book links in the description. If you guys want to buy this book, you are welcome to buy it from Amazon or you could buy it from 11 plus Help to Success website PDF copy. So it's up to you guys. And now we will go with this is the poem comprehension I have chosen because I've seen that children struggle with the poem comprehension a lot. So let me share my screen and so I have shared the screen with you all now and I hope all of you will be able to see me also and let's share the screen. Just a sec guys. I will hide myself so you all can't see me. And let's concentrate with the poem. If you have not read the poem, let's read the poem together so you understand what the poem is. So basically, this is a poem comprehension about a teacher who had always hoped to, he had a lot of good dreams. He wanted to go to places he have never seen. He really wanted to go, but he could not go. And the first thing about the poem, what you all could read is, you could understand from the poem, is that it's about a teacher and a student. It's a connection between a teacher and a student. A teacher had a lot of dreams, but the teacher could not fulfill his dreams because he could not take leave from his school or could be some other reason. And then in the end, we see that the teacher left the school, must have, we don't know where he left, he must have died or whatever has happened to the teacher. But we know that his dreams were fulfilled by the author or the person who wrote this poem. So you have to read the comprehension really carefully when you have, and then let's try answering the first one. In the first one, they are saying, the first question they are saying, look at line 1 to 4 of the poem. What does the narrator teacher say he will do and why? So you have to think about what does the teacher wants to do and why. If you don't know the way how to answer the questions, the best thing is to go back to the lines, what they're telling you all to go. And when you go to the lines, you can just find the answer in the lines. So let's find the answer. I have written the answer for you all. And let me just get the answer. Let me just upload the answer for you all. So this is the places. Basically, the question asks you, where does a teacher wanted to go and why, and that's the answer, where the teacher wanted to go. Basically, he had expressed his intentions to leave and sail across a warm blue sea. So he really wanted to go to the places in the map what he has marked, and your answer could be different, but remember that when the answer is for 2 marks. So basically, you have to think what they're asking you to do. So let me just put this one. I'll just stop this person speaking, and I will just move this little away so that we could move to the next question now. I will just put the answer here for the people who just wanted to read it. So the next one is they're asking you to look at line 5 to 8. What do we learn about the difference between the teacher's everyday life and his imagination? So in this one, you have to think about what the teacher wanted in his what the teacher used to do in his everyday life, and what the teacher wanted to do in his imagination. So in this, you have 2 marks. So your 1 mark is basically everyday life, and the other mark is for his imagination. So you have to think about these things while answering this one. So let's copy the answer what we have written and get the text for you all, and then copy it, and let's look at the answer now. So basically, we learn from here. I'm just stopping that. In this, we learn that his imagination, he always used to, his reality was he was living in a house. I'm just putting that little up for you guys so that we can go with the next one. So, in his imagination, he was basically dealing with where he normally used to stay. Sorry, in his real life, it's where he normally used to stay. And then you have to compare his real life with the his imagination life. And let's move on to number 3 now. Number 3, they're telling you one word for the phrase in your own words is, let's use the dictionary to find what does this word mean. So drev basically means lacking brightness or interest, dull. So you know that drab means dull. So basically, the teacher's life, what have they used this phrase in the poem? They have used this phrase in the poem to express that the teacher's life was dull. So basically, they were asking you a word, and then they're asking you why it's being used. You could say that it's being used because the teacher's life was really dull, basically. So now question number 4 is you're looking at line 12. What do you think is meant by shock of the school's stranglehold? So what does that word means in line 12? So again, you have to look at line 12 and see how that word has been used. So let's find the answer. If you don't know the answer, the best way, as I always keep telling you guys, is you should go back to the comprehension and see how the word has been used. I'm just putting this little up now. So basically, it's here for the people he wants to see this answer. So basically, the teacher wanted to be free. He wanted to leave the school and fulfill his dreams, but he could not do that. Why? In this question, you have to explain that he could not do that because he had limitations and he had to follow the rules. The same like if your teacher is teaching you, you can't imagine your teacher leaving the school the next day. It won't happen. The teacher can't do that. They have to take permission from the head teacher and everyone else to leave. So basically, in this one, you have to explain this in to answer this one. So let's move on to the next one. The next one is they're telling you looking back at the poem as a whole. So you're looking at the poem as a whole and without repeating what you have said before. You can't use what you was going on saying before. How do you think the narrator feels about the teacher? So you have to tell me what do you feel about the narrator feels about the teacher. That's for 2 points. And why do they feel this way? So you have 4 marker in this. You have 2 points. How the teacher feels about the narrator feels about the teacher, and whatever feelings you have expressed, you have to explain in your own words why does he feel that way. So this is what you have to do for this one. So let's get started. Till you guys find the answer, I will upload the answer for you all here. So let's find the answer for number 5. So basically, try reading in the poem and see why does he feel that way, right? And let's give you the answers now. So basically, in this one, you could write about what the teachings the teacher had given the author. The teacher had given him a lesson that you should fulfill your dreams, should go to the places you want to dream. You dream like the teacher dreamed of going the places he have only seen in the map, but he always wanted to go. But as a teacher, he could not go because he had some responsibilities towards his school, his education system, everything else. But as the student of the teacher, the author loved and went to the places the teacher had never went to. And the second thing is the author had the sympathy for the teacher. He feels sad for the teacher that he had so many dreams which he could not fulfill just to give him lessons to teach him in the school. But the teacher lesson is always been remembered by the author, and he feels that he will always remember the teacher's lesson, what the teacher has told him, and he will never neglect that he had such a good teacher. And he feels that the teacher could have fulfilled his dream while going to the places he always wished to go. So let's move on to the next one now. In the next one, they are telling you that the poet refers in line 19 to a lesson. What do you think the poem has to teach us? And what makes you think that? You must consider what we might gain from exploring new places. So, what the lesson the poem has told you guys basically? And secondly, in that, what lesson the poem has given you? You have to include these 3 points. What we might gain from exploring new places. Why exploring new places is so important according to you? What we can learn from observing other people's life. What do you observe the other people's life, like what ambitions the teacher had, he wanted to fulfill but he could not, but you the author did for his teacher. How we might influence other people. So how would you influence other people? So you have to think about these things in this one basically. So let's write the answer for you guys. But remember that all of you can also find the answer yourself and write the points what we are telling you. This is a really big one. I'm trying to put it small for you all. So basically, in this, what they want to explain you is that, as you know, the value of exploring new places. When you go to new places, you will obviously learn about new cultures. So you have to influence on that, and the influence we have on others mean you will follow the footsteps, like he followed the footsteps of the teacher. He fulfilled his teacher's dream. And the third thing is that, obviously, in the influence learning from other people's life, you learn from other people's life, like what the mistakes the teachers did, the author will not do that mistake. So you have to discuss all of that in your own words. And now we are on number 7. In number 7, they say that in the poem Geography Lesson by Brain Pattern, what is the significance of the teacher's unfulfilled dreams and its impact on the narrator's perspective? Provide examples from this poem to support your answer. So, again, this is a 4 marker. So, you have to write really good words to express. We have been doing this throughout. So, all of you must be knowing. I'll just copy the answer because I have told you before that the author was the one who fulfilled the teacher's dreams, what the teacher wanted to do. So, let's read the answer for this one now. So, what is in this? You have to write the answer from the lines. You can take, like they have given 2 examples here. You could take more examples. You could take the example that he had marked the places on the map, but he could not go to that places due to his commitments. So, you could also provide that one and give how would that support your answer. So, you have to be really careful in writing the answer. So, now we are on the last one. It says that discuss the impact or the absence of similes in the poem Geography Lesson by Brain Pattern and how it contributes to the overall to the tone and message of the poem. Support your answer with examples from the poem. So, do you think they used any similes in the poem? I don't think so. They have used, and then you could just write that you don't think that they have used any of them, and you could say that if they could have used that, how would have been the poem more sound more good to you all? So this is what, if they had used similes, it would have, the lines would have made more sense, and it would have been more interesting as a reader for us to read. So you could tell this, or you could get more examples from the poem and write it down, why not using a simile was bad in the poem. If they would have used it, the poem would have been done, the poem would have been nice, you would have done it more nice, you would have liked it better. So this is the end. I have done this live today. I have recorded this poem today. The answers for the poem for everyone who had requested me to do that. And if you have missed the live session, the free live session last week, try to attend it next week. I'll try doing it in the Christmas holidays so more of you can attend that. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we will be uploading a lot of videos. We will be uploading a lot of videos in the Christmas break, because Christmas should be the time for you all to enjoy, and also for you all to study. So don't waste your Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas, and I'll see you guys back next week with another good, challenging live for you all. Thanks, everyone.